Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So we all know that the federal government's been trying to pass some type of, so-called assault weapons ban for years now. They've pretty much tried it every single year since 2004 when the original ban sunsetted. So since then, they've tried, they've failed, the people don't want it, the Constitution says you can't do it, and so they've decided that they're going to go ahead and try a new tactic to make sure that they can get this done. We're going to talk about a meeting that was just held in order to accomplish that and who showed up to this meeting. You really need to pay attention to who was there. So let's talk about it. Hey, real quick, I just want to mention that more than half the people that watch these videos are not actually subscribed. If you like Second Amendment content, you want to know what's going on around you, hit that little subscribe button. It's free, but it helps me out quite a bit. And sometimes people aren't seeing the videos they want to see in their thread, so make sure you hit that little alarm bell. That'll let you know when new content comes out. I put Second Amendment content out pretty much daily. So again, make sure you subscribe. A like would be appreciated, and hit that little bell notification. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. And I'd really like to hear your thoughts about this down in the comments section. So the federal government, obviously, they've tried and they failed year after year. It just hasn't worked out. And I explained to you why. The people don't want it. The Constitution says you can't do it. So instead, what they've decided to do now is punt it down to the states. Well, how do they do that? Well, what they've done is they had a meeting with local law enforcement officials, people that were kind of high ranking in those law enforcement agencies, and they discussed ways that they can basically enact these things in their own hometowns, in their cities, and in their states. Now, interestingly enough, the majority of the states, or the majority of the agencies that showed up from one particular state just really stood out to me because all of these laws already exist in that state. So the White House listed 12 out of the 20 attendees that were there. And out of those 12, 5 were from California, a state that has already the highest gun control laws in the entire country. One of them was even from, well, Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. The other one was from San Francisco. And we're talking about the strictest laws that you're going to find pretty much anywhere. And they were there to discuss how they can make them even stricter. So let me go ahead and read you guys the list of who was there. Again, I believe there was 20 that were there, but the White House only listed 12. So these are the 12 that we know attended that are basically brainstorming all together on how they can bring it back to their state. And so pay attention and see if your state or your city is in there. Okay, so out of the 20 that I heard attended, here's the 12 that were listed on the website. So the first one, and thank goodness they're here because they really need to tighten things down, is going to be Chief William Scott from the San Francisco Police Department. As if it's not tight enough over there already, we need them to brainstorm on how to make things even tougher for the people that live there. Next one's going to be Waterbury Police Department, and it's going to be Chief, Fernando Spagolo. And then number 3, LAPD. The Deputy Chief David Kowalski was there. So again, just like San Francisco, LAPD needs to get there to see, how they can make things even tougher for their residents. And then number 4, hey, what do you know? Another California one here. California Highway Patrol Commissioner Sean Dury. So California Highway Patrol's on it as well. Baltimore Police Department, Acting Commissioner Richard Worley. So again, Baltimore, we know that things are pretty loose there. They're going to have to tighten things up, so he's there to figure out how to do that. Nashville Police Department, that one kind of surprised me, but again, when it comes to these big cities, they want to try and increase the regulations whenever they can, so he had to be there. Nashville Police Department Deputy Chief Chris Gilder. And then we have the IACP Firearm Committee Chair, Chief Bill Brooks. And then we also have the Wayne State University Police Department. So, of course, a university police department needs to be there to try and put in their 2 cents. Anthony Holt, he was there. And the San Diego Police Department, another California one. Chief David, I'm not even going to try, David Nislet? I'm not sure. Either way, he was there to represent more California. And then the, Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office Sheriff Jerry Clayton, he was there. So if you know about that one, just know that they were there discussing how to restrict some more of your rights. And then we have Perf Senior Principal Nancy Demi, I don't know. And then number 12, just to round it out again, the California Police Chiefs Association was there. So they represent the police chiefs for the entire state. So again, the entire state of California. So out of 12 attendees, 5 of them, 5, maybe even 6, were from California, a state that already pretty much bans everything. So they were all there together. Now, they weren't just there talking about how they can enact things in their home cities and their home states. They were there talking about policy and procedure and how they can enact things on a federal level so that everybody would have to deal with the laws that California has and, a lot of the other states that were represented there have as well. They want to make sure that, well, we're going to California your America. That's pretty much what it seemed like, just based on the attendees and the topics that were covered during this meeting. So again, if you ever wanted to know why it's so important that these current existing laws in California get overturned, because like we always say, they could affect the entire country, right? You have one idea that takes hold here and starts growing roots, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. Well, this is why. Once those people start brainstorming on how they can affect pretty much you and everybody else in the country, that's when it's taken to the next level. So they know they can't get anything done right now on the federal level, so they're trying to push it on a state level. And that's pretty much what this meeting was about. So even though you haven't heard anything on a federal level, this is kind of what's happening behind closed doors. The things that don't make the news, the things that people are not talking about all that much. They're still trying. They're just going to try in a different way every single time until they get something to stick. And I wanted to let you guys know about it. So if you know any of those, police departments or chiefs or whatever, just be aware that's what they're talking about for your particular area. And then, California, you guys already got that, but we're trying to get them all overturned, and hopefully we will. So anyway, I wanted to let you know about that. Shady stuff happening behind the scenes. It's terrible. If you don't mind, hit that like button, that little bell notification, subscribe if you haven't already, and you guys have a great day.